That's one of the reasons why I am late. I literally just finished a podcast, and it was amazing. It was really amazing. So let's see, close, boom, boom, boom. Let's get this up and going. All right, cool. So good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? I hope everybody's going good. So I got a lot of podcasts today. So I'm gonna be on here for 45 minutes. So I won't be too long on here. I have another podcast that's scheduled for this evening at 8. I literally just left the podcast. This is why I'm late. So what I want to talk about today is student loans. How many of y'all got student loans on here that it's negatively affecting your credit? I want to know how many people got student loans on here that's it's negatively affecting your credit. Let me know, let me know, let me know. I bought your book. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's go. I see you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. We're gonna talk about student loans. Is it cool if we talk about student loans today, guy? Right, guys? Is it cool? Let me know. Is it cool if we talk about student loans today? Let me bring these devices a little closer. Right, so we're going to talk about student loans, right? Hold on one second. Hey, sis. Yeah, yeah, I'm on. So you guys, yep, you guys are more than welcome to come assist me. All right, bet. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna talk about student loans, guys, because student loans is becoming a nuisance to a lot of people, and it is doing more harm than good. So we're gonna talk about some of the strategies that I use to get student loans deleted. Hey, I have a question. If your book is everything there is to delete late payments and account on credit, yes, it does. And when you get the book, you're gonna get my additional late payment letters. I don't have student loans, but let's talk student loans. All right, cool. All right. So the student loans. Let's step back for a minute. Let's really step back for a minute, right? And I want you to think of who did you get this student loan from? That's the first thing I want you guys to think about. Who did I get the student loan from? Right? And what I'll be doing too, guys, there's a 5 day challenge coming up. A 5 day challenge is coming up August 14 to 18. And you all are invited. Each and every one of you is invited to my 5 day challenge that's coming up. All you guys got to do is text the word challenge. It's at the bottom of the screen. It's right there on the screen in front of you. Text the word challenge to 917-993-5238 and get on the challenge. All right. So now let's talk about student loans. You got an alleged student loan, right? You got an alleged student loan. No one gave you the money for it. You just were told that you got a student loan, right? Now, the next thing I want to ask is, who did you get the student loans from? I see somebody put in challenge. You got to text the word challenge, Cassandra, to my number. Text the word challenge to 917-993-5238, and you're going to get the link to join the challenge. Just text the word challenge to 917-993-5238. So just open up your messages and just text the word challenge to 917-993-5238. Thank you so much. So let's talk about the student loans, right? Who did you get the student loans from? Drop it in the chat. Who did you all get the student loans from? Drop it in the chat. Who did you originally went to apply for the student loans? Right? Who did you go to get the student loans? Who did you go to? Somebody went to their wife. Okay, Nee, I see you. Who did you go to get the student loans? The government. Okay. When we say the government now, we need to be specific. Robin, what's going on, Robin? When we say the government now, we need to be specific. Sally Mae, college. Okay, now we're being specific. That's good, right? Sally Mae. Okay, cool. So now we went to Sally Mae and we applied for the student loan. Yes? Now, okay, we went to Sally Mae, we applied for the student loan. But somebody else is reporting that they gave me a student loan. Right? Somebody is reporting as the creditor like they gave me a student loan. Federal government loan serviced by Sally Mae Navient. Well, it's serviced by them, but did I get a loan from them? Did I get a loan from them? Did I do an application where they are the creditor? In my finance charge on my truth in lending document, is Nailnet Navient, are they the creditor? Are they the creditor? Who is listed as the creditor? The law, there is no law that says a servicer is responsible to report any trade line. The creditor extends that line of credit. Is it the servicer that extended the line of credit or the creditor? Who was it? Was it the creditor or was it the servicer who extended the line of credit? I don't know. I don't know what your contract looked like. Y'all got to look at your contract. Who extended the line of credit? Who extended the line of credit? Think about it. The creditor. So how is a servicer that did not extend a line of credit appearing on your consumer report as a creditor and they extended no lines of credit? All right, I'm going to say this again. How is a servicer that extended no line of credit to you or that you ever went into contract with, how are they now deemed a creditor on your consumer report and there is no contract between you and said servicer where you gave them permission to report anything on your consumer report? I'm going to just let this one sink in for a minute. If this is good, let me see y'all put good in the chat. Let me if this is good, let me see y'all put the word good in the chat. Right? Somebody's saying they bought the debt. Okay, they bought the debt. But does that make them the creditor? The line that the name of the company is in, that line is for the creditor. What does the creditor mean? Let's look up the definition of what a creditor means. Let's look the definition up. Let's look the definition up of what a creditor means. Let's go to truth in lending. Let's go to truth in lending. Let me connect to this Wi-Fi. And then we're going to go to truth in lending. And then we're going to find out what the definition of a creditor is. Because you guys have servicers. You have servicers reporting student loans as if they are the creditors. Well, I'm here to tell y'all they're not. So let's go find out what the definition of a creditor is. I could be wrong, but let's find out. Let's go and find out. All right. So 15 USC 1602. 15 USC 1602. 15 USC 1602. Let's go find the definition of what a creditor is. We are under truth in lending. So let's go find out the definition of what a creditor is. All right. So under 15 USC 1602, 1602G, 1602G, right? The term creditor refers only to a person, and we know that a person means a corporation, right? The term person, the term creditor refers only to a person who both regularly extends, whether in connection with loans, sales of property or services, or otherwise consumer credit, which is payable by agreement in more than 4 installments, or for which the payment of a finance charge is or may be required. That's one definition. And two is the person to whom the debt arising from the consumer credit transaction is usually payable on the face of the evidence of the indebtedness, or if there is no such evidence of indebtedness, by agreement, right? By agreement, notwithstanding the preceding sentence, in the case of an open-end credit plan and involving a credit card, the credit card issuer and any person who honors the credit card and offers a discount, which is a finance charge, are creditors. For the purpose of the requirements imposed under Part D of this subchapter and sections, they give a whole lot of sections. And then it says, of this title, the term creditor shall also include card issuers, whether or not the amount due is payable by agreement in more than 4 installments, or the payment of a finance charge is or may be required. And the Bureau, right? The Bureau, not the consumer reporting agencies. The word Bureau here means, the term Bureau means the Bureau of Consumer Financial Protection, not known credit bureaus. Credit bureaus do not exist. By regulation, apply these requirements to such card issuers to the extent appropriate, even though the requirements are by their terms applicable only to creditors offering open-end credit plans. Any person who originates 2 or more mortgages referred to in subsection AA in any 12-month period, or any person who originates 1 or more such mortgages through a mortgage broker shall be considered, right, to be the creditor for all purposes of this subchapter. The term creditor includes a private educational lender. The term creditor includes a private educational lender, as that term is defined in section 1650 of this title for purposes of this subchapter. Okay, so let's go to section 1650 to see how they describe the private educational lender. Let's see what's over there, because like I said, I could be wrong, but we're about to figure it out right now. Right? Private loan. So I'm looking for the word creditor. All right. I'm seeing a whole, includes private educational lender as the term is defined. Okay, so we're looking for a private educational lender. Private educational lender. Right. So 15 USC 1650, preventing unfair and deceptive private educational lending practice and eliminating conflicts of interest. Definitions. As used in this section, the term cosigner means any individual who is liable for the obligation of another without compensation, regardless of how designated in the contract or instrument with respect to that obligation, other than an obligation under a private education loan, extended to consolidate a consumer's pre-existing private education loans, includes any person the signature of which is requested as condition to grant credit or to forbear on collection. Signatures are important, right? Does not include a spouse of an individual described in subparagraph A, the signature of whom is needed to perfect the security interest in the loan, right? The term covered educational institute, we don't need that. We don't need that. All right. So I am looking here, and for everything that I've seen, nothing here that I've read, and I'm not going to go through all of this, but nothing here that I've read said that a servicer, nothing here says that a servicer is a creditor. There must be a signature involved, and that person must be an originator. So I ask you, where does a servicer get the idea that they are a creditor? I read the whole thing, well, most of it, and in the definition of what a creditor is, as per Truth in Lending, nothing came up that a servicer is a creditor. Okay. So if the servicer is not a creditor, how can a servicer report a student loan? Somebody talk to me. Where is the contract? And for a contract to be valid, where are the signatures? Somebody talk to me, because I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit spicy today. For a servicer to be a creditor, they must either one, extended the loan, two, bear the signature that gave them the right to report it. Okay. Doreen, I hear what you're saying. Let's take it a step further. Let's take it a step further. Let's take it a step further. 15 USC 6801. Let's take it a step further. 15 USC 6801. 6801. 6801. 15 USC 6801. Guys, if this is good, I need y'all to share this live with 5 to 10 more people. Come on, guys, let's get this live out there. Share this live with 5 to 10 people and comment the word done when you're finished. Come on. Right? Come on. All right. Protection of non-public personal information. Let me ask you guys a question. Is your student loan public information? Ooh, success loves speed. Easy, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I'm letting you know I appreciate you, Easy. Thank you very much. That's all I ask. Corey, thank you, Corey. Thank you very much. Share the live with some people. That's all I'm asking. Nee, thank you very much, bro. Divine, thank you. Ooh, the only Jada, thank you. Marquise, oh my, I can't even keep up anymore. Kaysen, Alpha, thank you so much. Let me ask you guys a question. We're at 15 USC 6801, 6801. We're not at 6802 yet. We're at 6801. We're going to go to 6802 in a minute. 31E, thank you very much. Let me ask you guys a question. Is your student loan public information? Is your student loan, Mr. Consumer or us? Thank you very much. Is your student loan public information? Somebody talk to me. Kenny says no. The only Jada says no. Alpha says no, it's not. Corey says no. Divine, not at all. Easy, no. No. I'm getting the no's, right? Thank you, Robin. No. Mr. Consumer says no. So, if your student loans are not public information, your non-public personal information must be protected. This is law. All right, let's see what the law says. Let's see what the law says. Protection of non-public personal information. Privacy obligation policy. It is the policy of the Congress that each financial institution, a student loan servicer, a student loan facility, a student loan originator, those are financial institutions because they're in the business of what? Extending credit, right? Congress that each financial institution has an affirmative. So if y'all went to Fed Loan or to these government agencies or private agencies, they are financial institutions. They're in the business of extending lines of credit, right? Congress says there has to be an affirmative and continuing obligation. So what Congress is saying is that under the privacy obligation policy, it is the policy of the Congress that each financial institution has an affirmative and continuing obligation to respect the privacy of its customers and to protect the security and confidentiality of those customers' non-public personal information. So let me ask you guys a question. Where does it say your student loans is a matter of public information? Because I know that Congress says that my non-public personal information must be private, it must be confidential. My non-public information must be private, must be confidential. This is in their laws, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not just making stuff up. This is in their laws. 15 USC 6801. Your information protected, your information must be confidential, your information is also private. So, who authorized a student loan servicer to report your non-public personal information when Congress told you that you have the right for that information to be kept private? You have a right for that information to be confidential. There is an ongoing obligation that they must have to protect your information. Who gave them that information? Okay. If y'all want me to go deeper, let me see y'all put deeper in the chat. If y'all want me to go a little bit deeper, I need to see y'all put deeper in the chat. Let me see y'all put deeper in the chat. If y'all want me to go just a little bit deeper on the student loan stuff. Guys, what I'm showing you is methods, how we use in my university These are the methods we use to get student loans deleted. I am sharing with you insider information. But I'm going to go a little deeper because I see y'all putting deeper in the chat. Drop some fire in the chat. All right. Financial institution safeguards. In furtherance of the policy in subsection A, each agency or authority described in section 6805A of this title, other than the Bureau of Consumer Financial Protection, shall establish what? Appropriate standards for the financial institution, subject to their jurisdiction relating to administrative, technical, and physical safeguards. All right, listen to this now. To ensure the security and confidentiality of consumer records and information. That's number one. Number two, to protect against any anticipated threats or hazards to the security or integrity of such records. Oh, wow. Okay. Number three, guys, to protect against unauthorized access to use of such records or information which would result in substantial harm or inconvenience to the consumer. I want y'all to listen to this part again. I'm going to read it one more time. To protect against unauthorized access. Student loan servicers, they have unauthorized access, right? And listen to what else it says. To protect against unauthorized access to or use of such records or information. Guys, aren't the student loan servicers using your information right now that is causing substantial harm because those student loans are being reported on your credit? The law is right here. The law says they must protect the privacy of its customers and to protect the security and confidentiality of those customers' non-public personal information. And number three says to protect against unauthorized access. So let me ask you guys a question. When these unauthorized access happen, y'all remember when Equifax had a breach? Experian had a breach? No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. If you were a part of that breach, someone provided your non-public personal information, those student loan servicers who are unauthorized because there is no contractual obligation with any of them for them to report anything. And because they reported your information, you were substantially harmed or you were inconvenienced, you got denied because of student loan. Your student loans being reported, if it causes you substantial harm or inconvenience, that is grounds for it to be removed. I don't think somebody heard me in the back. Guys, I am reading 15 USC 6801. I'm not here, guys, I'm not here making stuff up. This is what I'm reading. This is what I'm reading. I'm not here making anything up. This is what I'm reading. You can pull it up on your phone. The law says privacy obligation policy. This is law. A student loan servicer right now is reporting your non-public personal information, and the reporting of that non-public personal information is costing you significant harm and inconvenience because you got denied for other extensions of credit. Come on, drop some fire in the chat. You have been significantly harmed because a student loan servicer has violated your consumer rights and you're paying the consequences. Okay. Y'all still don't believe me. Y'all still don't believe me. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Y'all don't got to believe me. It's cool. Let's go over to 15 USC 6802. And guys, this is why I'm telling you, you need to be on my 5-day challenge. If you're not registered for the challenge, you need to be on the challenge, guys. It's at the bottom of the screen. Look on the screen. Text the word challenge. Text the word challenge to 917-993-5238. Guys, next week, for 5 days, guys, for 5 days, I'm going to be teaching how to delete student loans, late payments, collections, charge-off, bankruptcies, every negative item on your credit. I'm going to be teaching y'all how to delete those from your credit. All you got to do is text the word challenge, CHALLENGE. Text the word challenge to 917-993-5238. Join the challenge. Let me blow your whole mind. All right. So now, right, this is the next law. 15 USC 6802. This is the next law. 15 USC 6802. This is the next law, guys, that I'm going to read. Except as otherwise provided in this section. Well, let's start with what it says. Obligations with respect to disclosures of personal information. I'm sorry. A, except as provided in this subchapter, a financial institution may not directly through or any affiliate disclose to any non-affiliated third party any non-public personal information unless such financial institution has provided to the consumer a notice. Now we're going to get into it. Let me show y'all how we get student loans deleted like there is no tomorrow. All right. Before your information gets reported, you, the consumer, must get your disclosures. You must get your disclosures, and you have to give permission. You, the consumer, must give permission for any, how should I put it? You must give permission for any account to get reported. No creditor can report your information if you did not give them permission. I'm going to say this again. No creditor can report your information if you did not give them permission. Some of y'all don't believe me, right? I know some of y'all don't believe me. Some of y'all are looking at me right now and like, yo, this dude is crazy. Like, they reported all my information and they didn't give me nothing. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you've been frauded. That's basically it. Your consumer rights have been violated. And what are you going to do about it? You are going to join my 5-day challenge. That's what you're going to do about it. Right? You're going to join my 5-day challenge. I'm going to give you the consumer law sauce. I'm going to give you the consumer law game, and you're going to use that to delete those student loans. So let me go into why you gotta get your disclosure. I didn't say it, the law says so, right? The law says opt out. In general, a financial institution right, may not disclose non-public personal information to a non-affiliated third party. Okay, what does that mean, Doreen? What does all of that mean? A non-affiliated third party. If you got a loan from Sally Mae, right? If you got a loan from Sally Mae, Sally Mae, unless they own Nailnet or Navient or all these other student loan servicers, unless they own those companies, they're not supposed to be sharing your information with them unless you gave them permission. Furthermore, you have no contract with a student loan servicer. Neither did you give a student loan servicer any permission to report your information. You must give permission. So how does a student loan servicer that you don't have a contract with report your non-public personal information to a consumer reporting agency and they gave you non-disclosure? I'm going to just wait till somebody answers that question for me. Please, somebody answer that question for me. How did a student loan servicer that you don't have a contract with, that obtained your information illegally because you didn't give permission, right? You didn't give permission. How did they, one, obtain your information? Two, how did they even get permission to report your information? And they are a non-affiliated third party, which means that you should have signed 3 disclosures, 3 of them, 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 disclosures for your information to be reported. And then that third party, that student loan servicer, have the nerve to go report your information to a consumer reporting agency, and they never got permission in the first place. Okay. All right. Listen to what Congress says. Congress says, opt out. A financial institution may not disclose non-public personal information to a non-affiliated third party. Fed loan cannot disclose your information to a non-affiliated third party unless Fed loan gave you a disclosure saying that they're gonna report your information to this third party and they're giving you notice. It says, A, such financial institution clearly and conspicuously discloses to the consumer in writing or in electronic forum or other form permitted by the regulations prescribed under section 6804 of this title that such information may be disclosed to such third party. They must tell you that they're going to report your information. This is law. The second thing they must tell you is that the consumer is given the opportunity before the time that such information is initially disclosed to direct that such information not be disclosed to such third party. They must tell you that you, the consumer, have the right to say, no, I do not want my information reported. Hello. And the third thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that the consumer is given an explanation of how the consumer can exercise that non-disclosure option. When you tell them, no, I don't want my information reported, they are now supposed to give you the explanation how you go about not having your information reported. Ladies and gentlemen, when did you get these disclosures from the student loan servicer? And when did you get these disclosures from the financial institution that quote unquote lent you this student loan or extended this student loan to you? I'll wait for your answer. Somebody tell me, when did that happen? And show me the paperwork. Show me the paperwork where Fed Loan gave you those 3 disclosures before they reported your information to the student loan servicer. Show me the disclosures that the student loan servicers now gave you and the contract that they gave you and you gave them permission to report your information to the consumer reporting agencies. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Somebody show it to me. I'm waiting. Let me know when you find it. Somebody show it to me. Somebody show it to me. So do you comprehend? Some of you are going to need to watch this live again, especially if you have student loans. You're going to need to watch this live again. These are the questions you need to be asking these so-called student loan servicers that are reporting your information that is harming you or making it inconvenient for you to obtain lines of credit. All right, guys, I got to go real quick. I got to go prepare for my second interview. I got a podcast that I need to go get ready for. So I got to go. Remember, the challenge is coming up. The challenge is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. It's on your screen. Take a screenshot off the screen. I see my boy CJU is here. And for those of you who don't know, I'm in Miami. I am at my boy CJU. I'm getting it. Listen, I need you to be on the challenge, right? Text the word challenge. Text the word challenge to 917-993-5238. Text the word challenge to 917-993-5238. I'm about to go. I got to go get ready for the second podcast today. So I need you guys locked in for the 5-day challenge. It's coming up August 14 to 18. You cannot afford to miss this. Okay? So shout out to my guy CJ. Thank you so much, my brother. Right? Text the word challenge to 917-993-5238. I will show you guys on my live, on the stories rather. I'm about to go get ready for a second interview today. It's been real. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I got another interview tomorrow, a really big one, and you guys are gonna love it. So I'm gonna see y'all later. I'm gonna go get ready. I want you to rewatch this live. Before I go, I need y'all to commit. I need y'all to commit. Can somebody drop the word commitment in the chat? I need y'all to commit. If you have student loans, guys, and the student loans are costing you from obtaining lines of credit, I need you to drop the word commitment in the chat. I need you committed to getting these student loans deleted. Guys, I have the formula. I have the blueprint. I have the information. I'm giving you the game. I need you guys to show up to the challenge. I need you guys to text the word challenge to 917-993-5238. Join my 5-day challenge. Let me teach you how you can become your own credit hero, and you literally have the power, ladies and gentlemen, you have the power to delete anything from your credit. You are one letter away. Have a wonderful evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are, let me see it in the chat. You are one, I want you to say, I am one letter away. Drop it before I go. I am one letter away. I am one letter away. You are one letter away, guys. One letter away. Remember that. You are one letter away from deleting that student loan. You are one letter away from deleting that collection. You are one letter away from deleting that bankruptcy that they told you that has to stay on your credit for 10 years. That is a lie. You are one letter away from deleting those charge off. Boss Lady HP, you are one letter away. You guys, you are one letter away. I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you on the challenge. Text the word challenge to 917-993-5238. You are one letter away. Let's go.